She promised her first night to true love. It was Valentine's Day. But she wasn't looking for love. She was preparing for the university concert. Social sciences student. She seemed to know everyone. Smart, confident and social. She moved from group to group, helping with rehearsals. That afternoon, she turned around and almost bumped into a quiet young man. "Sorry," he said. "You're in the wrong place." She laughed. "I've been told that before." She smiled. He was an IT student, intelligent and reserved. His parents had practically chosen his career for him. He was good at IT, but never loved the life they had planned. There was one thing he wanted to choose: true love. The concert needed more dancers, and somehow they ended up practicing together. "Do you know how to dance?" "Not really." "Neither do I." They laughed. Then the music started. Their eyes met, and something changed. When rehearsal ended, neither wanted to walk away. "What's your name?" he asked. She told him. He repeated it quietly, as if he wanted to remember it. The next day, he found her in the library. She looked up. Her heart immediately started beating faster. "Hi, hi." He sat nearby. He came again the next day. Every time he walked into the library, her heart betrayed her before she could control it. She was confident with everyone else, but around him she suddenly became shy. She smiled more. She looked away more, and somewhere inside she already knew. It was him. She had made a promise years before. She would give her first intimate experience only to a man she truly loved. At school, that decision made her different. Some classmates joked about it. Others told her she was wasting her youth. There was constant pressure to have a first experience before graduation or prom, but she refused. Her parents' love was proof that real love could exist. She didn't want a memory she would regret. She wanted a person she would remember forever. One afternoon he asked her to meet him privately. "I need to have a serious conversation with you." She became nervous. "Did I do something?" "No. I just don't want to play games with you. I like you. More than I expected. I want to be with you. Will you be my girlfriend?" She smiled. Yes. Their relationship became deeper. They discovered each other's dreams, fears, and secrets. They talked for hours, walked around campus holding hands, hugged and kissed until they forgot the time. They explored each other's hearts before anything else. And when they became physically closer, he always respected her boundary. They never slept together. He never pressured her or made her feel guilty. 9 months passed. For him, waiting wasn't always easy. After every date, he went home thinking about her, the way she smiled, spoke and looked at him. His desire was powerful, sometimes like an enormous hunger, but alongside it was something stronger: love. He wanted her, but he wanted her trust even more. So he waited. Then, one evening, she became unusually quiet. She took his hand. "Tomorrow," she whispered. "Tomorrow what?" She blushed. "I think I'm ready," he simply asked. "Are you sure?" She nodded. "I've never been more sure." The next day, he prepared everything carefully. He arranged a beautiful private apartment where they could stay without being disturbed. He brought food, water, fresh sheets and everything they might need if they decided to stay longer. He wanted her safe. When she arrived, she was nervous. "So are you," she whispered. "Probably more than you." She laughed. They remembered Valentine's Day, the library and their first kiss. Then she moved closer. He wrapped his arms around her. They kissed slowly. There was no hurry. Whenever she became nervous, he stopped and held her. "You don't have to do anything," he whispered. "I know." "Then why are you smiling?" "Because I want to." Her fear began to disappear. She hadn't been waiting for a perfect night. She had been waiting for the right person. When they finally became intimate, he remained gentle and attentive, letting her decide the pace and making sure she felt comfortable. For her, it wasn't simply about crossing a boundary. It was about trust and choosing the man she loved. For him, it wasn't about finally getting what he wanted. It was about being trusted with something precious: Later, they lay quietly together. She rested her head against his chest. "I waited for you," she whispered. He kissed her hair. "I know. No. I don't think you understand." She lifted her head. "I spent all those years wondering whether I would ever meet someone who made waiting feel right. And did you?" She looked into his eyes. "Yes, I would have waited." Her eyes filled with tears, not sadness, but the certainty that she had made the right choice. The next morning, she woke and found him watching her. "Why are you staring?" "Because I'm still trying to believe you're real." She hid her face against his chest. 9 months earlier, they had been two strangers dancing at a Valentine's Day rehearsal. She was the outgoing, social sciences student who believed in true love because of her parents. He was the quiet IT student whose parents had chosen his path. But this was different. This was their choice, their meeting, their relationship, their waiting, their first night, and eventually, their life together. Years later, she would still remember that Valentine's Day, not because of the concert or music, but because that was the day she met the man who taught her that love wasn't about pressure or expectations. It was about patience and trust. Sometimes, the most romantic thing a person can say is not, "I want you." It is, "I will wait until you are ready." And he did, for 9 months. When she finally said yes, he didn't simply become her first love. He became the person she chose for all the days after.